Hello, I'm JZMC, and this is something I built called CreatE2, sort of a play on words with the AE2 mod, or Applied Energistics 2, which is basically like a storage autocrafting mod that lets you store items in like disks and has a lot of other logistical things within it. And basically, the main, surface level parts of that mod is you get storage and you're able to access all your items in a sort of a terminal. If you've ever seen that mod before. There's also another mod called Refined Storage, which is similar. And this is sort of me trying to make an in-world version of that with CreatE. Now, it doesn't have autocrafting yet, but I am planning to make that. But basically what it has right now is you have this like pilot seat, I don't know, where you can go up and to the side. You can also like go back down, obviously, and here you can have like your terminal, which can go on extremely large and extremely far to accommodate any amount of items. And then I guess, I have an idea. You could set up like a map and then hold that in your hand. You could set up like a map somewhere else and then hold that in your hand. And then you could draw like your entire terminal on it. So you could have like a map of your terminal and you could know exactly where to go to find the correct items. I just thought of that. That's actually a cool idea. I might do that later. But for now, yeah, so this is a proof of concept terminal, and this is proof of concept storage. Like, it could obviously be a lot bigger to accommodate a lot more items, but this is just the proof of concept. So right now what you can do is you can, let's say I'm in survival mode, right, and let's say I'm in survival mode and I can go up and I can grab, like, let's say I want some spruce planks, I want some redstone blocks, I want some redstone dust, and I want some shadow casings. Now I can select all those, and then over here I come here, and all those items have been deposited into the chest. Let's say I don't want a stack and a half of all these items, I can throw them back in. I can throw them back in, all these items, and then let's say I only want like half a stack, right? And so let's say pretend I didn't take those out. Let's say I just took out half a stack. Let's say I didn't feel like taking all these out. This. Let's say I didn't want to do that, right? Let's say I grab these items, and then let's say I just wanted this, and this. Let's say I didn't need anything else from this. Then I could press this lever, which would flush all the items out here, put it back into the system, and that would be done, right? I wouldn't have to like manually move it. It's just a little quality of life thing I did. It's also useful for like building it and fixing like bugs in the system. Another thing you can do is, let's say your oops. Uh-oh. I think I lost it. I can find it though. There, I found it again. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it's CreatE2. I used CreatE to make some sort of like app request-based storage where you can deposit all your items into the system. It'll get sorted, and then you can ask for items on this terminal type thing. And as I said before, this terminal can extend very far. Also, let's say you do have a big terminal, and one of the items you need is like all the way over here. Let's say one of the items you need is like right here. Then what you can do, you can grab that, but let's say you don't feel like pressing all those buttons to get back down, you can just press this wooden button, and that will set both pistons to retract fully all the way down. And this CreatE2 basically says don't press any of the black buttons until it's 0, because what this is doing is, like, it's a timer, right? So the pistons will retract until it's at 0, and if you try to put in a different command while the pistons are retracting, then the sequence gearshift will wake, because there'll be different speeds and different rotations on the same chain gearshift, which is bad in CreatE, and that will break the system. So don't do that. That's what the CreatE2 here is for. And yeah, so this is CreatE2. I do have plans for Autocrafting, which I think what I would do is I would make it so that when you press, like, you'd have like a separate Autocrafting terminal. I don't know where you put it though. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know where you have your separate Autocrafting terminal, but you would. And then when you press a button to autocraft a specific item, let's say you want to autocraft, like, I don't know, pistons, then what it would do is it would set the iron, it would trigger this iron, right? It would trigger the same thing that it would trigger when you press the iron button, which is over here. It would trigger the same thing, and when that would happen, it would let loose a stack and a half of iron. It would go through the system, and then it would be able to. Actually, that wouldn't work. Maybe what it would do is it would have a gear shift here, and it would also trigger that gear shift. So instead of going to the output here, it would go separately to an auto crafting area where it would filter out all the exact number of items it would need. So it would get like 3 spruce planks. It would get 4 cobblestone, get 1 redstone, 1 iron, and filter all that out using these things or the tunnels, and then it would send the rest back into the system, and then it would use like the mechanical crafter to craft it, and then that would get sent back into the system as well. That's probably my plan for auto crafting, so that, yeah, that seems like it would work. Yeah, that would work. Anyway, so yeah, this is the first version, V1 of CreatE2, or Create Energistics 2. Actually, no, this is Create Energistics 1. Is that sort of like ripping them off? You know what, I'll just call it Request-Based Create Storage System. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's fairly cool so far, and yeah, I'm JZMC. Bye-bye!